This training is for the preceptor who will be using myClinicalExchange to track attendance against students they've been assigned to oversee. When you first log into the platform, the students you've been assigned to will be listed out in the box at the top. So my demo student is scheduled at our demo facility. I'm going to scroll to the right to see some details about the rotation and the schedule. This student will be on rotation from January 11th until February 5th, coming in on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for 8-hour shifts. Let's say that today's date is January 27th, 2016, so at the current time this student is right in the middle of their rotation. To access the attendance records for this student, click the calendar icon to the left of the student's names. This will show you weekly view, so the weeks the students have been scheduled for their rotation. You can see here that my schedule ends on January 30th, but I know that this rotation travels all the way into February, so why are those weeks not showing up here? Well, myClinicalExchange will not allow you to track attendance in advance. It will only allow you to track attendance for days that have passed or today's current date. So today is January 27th, which is a Wednesday. I can track my 8 hours for today, but I am not going to be able to save hours against Thursday, Friday, or Saturday for the rest of the week, and definitely not into February. I will need to wait for those dates to pass before I can say yes, the student did attend, or no, they did not, or their hours were changed. If the calendar I'm looking at so far is correct, yes, the student did come Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, their 8-hour shifts just like they were scheduled. I can simply click approve and myClinicalExchange will mark them all as approved. In my weekly view, they will disappear because it defaults to show me just my unapproved days. So if I switch this to approved days, I will be able to see, hey, these are the hours that I have approved thus far for this student. Now, if I need to make a change to this, let's say that the student did not come on Wednesday for their full 8-hour shift. Let's say they only came for 6 hours, they had to leave early, and let's just say, for example, that the student knew that in advance and they did 2 hours on Tuesday just as some makeup time. I can make those changes here and click approve, and that will save those hour changes. Alternatively, if you would like to get into more detail, you can use Daily View. The Daily View tab will list out the same calendar dates on the left, the 8-hour shifts or the changes that we've made thus far, but it will also allow us to leave a reason. So let's say that our student did an unscheduled day here, and we say they were leaving early tomorrow, and that on the 6th they had to reschedule because they had a meeting at school that they needed to attend. So we can put in a little notice about what's going on and why the schedule is changing for this student. Alternatively, you can actually add in extra days if you're not seeing them here. Let's say the student came in on the 23rd, a Saturday, because we had requested them to come in for some remedial work. So we can come over here to our Add New Attendance, click the date drop-down box and pick the 23rd. We'll say they did an 8-hour shift on that day. We'll say the reason was us as a preceptor, we rescheduled, and we'll put a little note here about why. So we'll save this. And then on the left, you'll see there's January 23rd, that extra 8-hour shift for the One thing you might notice when you come in to take attendance against a student is that somebody else has already been filling out the approved days and putting in extra hours and notes. Students also have the ability to track their attendance. They are able to go in, enter their own dates and their own hours, put in their own notes in Daily View. Of course, as a preceptor, you may always change and override what they have entered. This will just kind of help out as you both work together to keep the student on track and make sure that we've got a clean and clear record of the hours that the student is working. So if ever you're in here and you're seeing changes that you didn't personally make, more than likely it is because the student has been helping out in that area. Once you're done with your attendance thus far, what you've been able to track, you can click close and go back to your home page. And then maybe wait a few weeks and track again, or if you log in every day to track your students' hours, you may do that as well. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to support@myClinicalExchange.com. That's support@myClinicalExchange.com, and we would be more than happy to help.